Hello everyone, this is Dr. Haque. Today I'd like to invite all of you again to our American University of Natural Medicine. In the nutrition class, today I'll be teaching you on human body microbiomes, bacteria, and gut. Especially gut has a flora. So gut have a specific types of flora, gut and intestine together. So I'll be teaching you guys that, and then we'll go over how to take care of that, the problems happening for the missing gut flora, for the mistake that we've been doing to regenerate our body. So let's move on. Before we go to the science, I want to ask you that make sure finish your weekly discussion activity, because discussion activity will help you to finish your kind of internship. Because being nutritionist, this is the option for you to practice the modalities and practice the lessons that you're learning. You can apply the protocol you're learning on yourself, your family, your society, your client, your patients, so that you can learn how much that work. And make sure to read everyone's comments and reply on there, so that you can learn other people learning too. So that's a pretty cool way to learn, the modalities and protocol that you learn from the course. So first of all, I'd like to ask you, what is knowledge? As I always start my lecture with a question, what is knowledge? What is knowledge? If you ask someone, they will tell you knowledge means information. Is it the right definition saying that knowledge means information? Knowledge doesn't mean information always. Information you get from somewhere that could be true, could be false, could be someone manipulated that information for their own benefit, for their own purpose. And you googling, suppose you google some information, and you find some information posted by someone, you think you learned it, you become knowledgeable. That's not true actually. Those informations are most of the time not true. According to research, 8 out of 10 people are confused, and they say they're getting confusing information from the internet. So therefore, you have to learn the true sources. You have to learn the true knowledge from the true sources, so that then you can benefit yourself. Otherwise, it's going to be huge injustice on yourself if you're trying to learn from the wrong sources only by Google Scholar, only by googling something and then, or hearing something from someone that, okay, I hear that from someone, I know what to do, I know what is it. So right sources from the right person, from the right way to learn, and learning should have involved with the science and experience both. Then that learning is the true knowledge. That information should be the true knowledge. So let's begin our class. So today I'll be teaching you guys how human body are being regenerated, how it's constantly regenerating, and how the microbiomes, bacteria, fungi, and then algae and yeast and parasite and viruses, how affecting this body to regenerate. We'll be talking about that, and I also will be summarizing the class today, how we can take care of your system so that it regenerates properly, and bacteria can help you the best way to build your system, to rebuild your system, and to healing and to support your system. First of all, when you eat food, we always think that food is for the fuel. Food is not actually always fuel. Fuel means energy, but food that we eat, actually that makes our whole body. because every moment this human body is constantly being regenerated. For instance, your eye is regenerated by 2 to 3 days. Your intestine is regenerated within 2 weeks. Your liver, in the right side you have a liver, so this liver is regenerated by every 6 weeks. Suppose your skin, you have a skin outer side, the cover is skin regenerated every month, which is actually 28 days. So human body constantly being regenerated, and this regeneration coming from the food. So food is not only the fuel, food mostly actually the ingredient for the human body. So let's see how that you can apply to help yourself to make you as a better healthy person. Look at the body. So this body, human body, could have some issue, some health problem, could have some deficiency of nutrient, some disease going on, but that part is going to be regenerated. And then regeneration means the skin, suppose skin have a disease, regeneration means this skin gonna die in 1 month, so a new skin will grow underneath. So the deficient skin or sick skin or faulty skin will go away by 1 month or 28 days, and healthy skin will grow if you put the right ingredient. For instance, I had a liver fat. Many doctors told me that it's gonna take years. I said no, it's gonna take 6 weeks, because every 6 weeks I'll get a brand new liver. And 6 weeks I put the right ingredient on my body, and I checked after 6 weeks. I checked the blood, and then I found that my liver enzymes are normal. I don't have any more fatty liver because I put the right ingredient. So faulty liver is gone. The brand new liver is being healthy with a healthy ingredient. So likewise, human body, any disease that you have, if you put the right ingredient, is gonna replace the healthy organ starting from the healthy cell, and unhealthy organ will go away. So that is the help you can get from the regeneration. As I said earlier, that look at this slide. So every organ has certain time. For instance, your lung, around the two sides of your heart, this lung regenerated by 2 to 3 weeks. So likewise, you're born in 3 to 3 months, sometimes a little bit longer. And this regeneration of your whole body takes 1 year to regenerate completely. Like 1 year ago, you went to travel New York City. If you go to travel New York City after another year, as if you go in as a new person. It's like Superman. And human body is really true Superman, because truly regenerate the whole system within 1 year. So within 1 year, whatever health problem that you have, that must be gone if you put the right ingredient. So that also depending on not only the ingredient, it also depending on physical and chemical, emotional state. It also depending on essential nutrients that you need. It depending on adequate sleep, how your organ systems are functioning, how different the gland and other parts of the body, homeostasis level, metabolism, digestion, and your hormonal balance, all the things involved to regenerate your system with a healthy way, like also insulin, one of the great hormone. So everything together need to work properly to make a healthy body. Like a machine, human body is not like a machine. Machine doesn't regenerate. They need to repair a bit moment mechanically. But human body, when you sleep, it regenerates. It heals. As if you put your car in a parking lot the whole night, it's not going to be regenerated. But human body, putting in the bed, sleeping, it's like in a body shop, and it regenerates throughout the night. It heals all the health problem during the night that you're resting, and and it heal all the wound, it repair your tissue and all kind of muscle damage, it balance your system, acidic level, metabolism, hormonal, it makes you in a proper state when you sleep. So human body is completely regeneratable. That's what you need to understand, like a Superman. For instance, nowadays many research come out how we can regenerate human body from starting on the stem cell, because every cell is regenerating. So by working, there is people doing a lot of research how stem cells could be help to regenerate any organ. So if you work on the stem cell, if you make it healthy, since that's part of the body have a disease, that part gonna be regenerated, and stem cell gonna producing new healthy cell, and the disease gonna go away. Look at the heart. Every year we spend itself in United States, we spend more than $300 billion on the heart disease, and the highest number of death is heart disease since 1940, and still is now heart disease, and 50% death coming out the heart related problem. So if you understand clearly, if you apply the science of regeneration on the heart problem, we can get out of the disease, we can get out of the heart problems. So we don't have to worry about heart attack, we don't have to worry about the stroke. And this regeneration also depending on how your microbiomes working. Microbiomes are bacteria, yeast, fungi, viruses. They combinedly working in a community. So it's like they are colonizing in your body to take care of your system. It's like a wonderful ecosystem. So they are helping each other to your digestion, to your breaking the food into energy, and detoxing your system, detoxing your brain, cleansing your intestinal and then all other organs. They are working day nights to take care of our system. And if you look at human body, it has more bacteria, more virus than your own cell. So look at this slide. According to Nature research, it came out that human body have around more than 10 trillion body cell, but human body has 100 to 600 trillion bacterial cell. So it minimum 10 times more. It's up to 600 times more bacterial cell that you have than your own cell. So you have more bacterial gene than your own gene. It seems like we are actually more bacteria or virus than our own ourselves. So if you want to be healthy, if you want to take care of ourselves, we should take care of that microbiomes who are more in number, who are predominant than our own cell, because they're the one only helping and taking care of our system so that we can function better, we can be proper homeostasis level. And they are colonized every part of your body. But now all the research came out. The research about the microbiomes was not that much common, wasn't that much predominant or famous, even 1 decade ago. So within a decade, within a last few years, is a lot of research came out. Scientists, working very hard. Government spending, approving, granting a lot of money for this kind of research, which showing that we are missing the microbiomes who are taking care of our system. Because microbiomes are missing, we are suffering with the disease. Look at that slide. You see every part of your like our mouth, our lung, our gastrointestinal tract, our digestive tract, our intestine. Every organ has a lot of bacteria and viruses to take care of our system. So we need to look at their health. If you want to be healthy, if you want to take care of ourselves, when you eat, they eat. When you sleep, they sleep. When you sick, when they are sick, we are sick. When they are healthy, we get healthy. So look at the slide. The most of the bacteria are colonized in the intestine. So food comes to the stomach, then go intestine. This is a large intestine. So this intestinal area, which I have a one organ of intestine. This intestine is the mostly colony, the place, houses for the bacteria and virus. Because according to the father of modern medicine, Hippocrates, he said that people die of colon. And he also said that disease comes from the colon and people die from the colon. So how is your colon healthy? That's how healthy you are. And now we know why. Because it has all the bacteria and viruses. If they are healthy, they are doing good, they're taking care of the colon and intestine, we are good. So look at the picture. Most of the black side, most of the bacteria are colonized in this area, and every bacteria and virus are doing certain specific function to take care of our system. This is the research, the World Journal of Gastroenterology. This showing that how microbiota or gut flora or bacteria, the common word we use, microbiomes, how these microbiomes is helping to take care of our system. And I have summarized for you guys what are the functions of this microbiome. First of all, they help you our digestion, because digestion is the key for you healthy or unhealthy. So they break the food, digest the food, gives you energy, gives you nutrient, send it to the intestine, and through intestine it goes to the liver. And liver circulate the nutrients through the body as needed. So, and then it protects our gut, it takes care of our immune system, it influences our behavior, our mood, it sterilizes our system, it cleans our whole gut and intestine and our digestive tract, and make us get out of the stress, make a emotional balance. It detox our brain, detox our body, it protects from the toxicity. It also makes us healthy or unhealthy depending on how we providing them opportunity to be taking care of our system. So only look at the tongue. Only our tongue has a 6 to 10 billion bacteria. Tongue doesn't have that much cell, but it has a 6 to 10 billion bacterial cell. So in other way, our tongue is like actually more combination of the bacteria. Of course, there is some, our own cell is there, but bacterial cells are predominant than our own cell in our tongue. That's why tongue is so powerful in our talking, in our testing, in our feelings. Tongue is so powerful. Every tongue has a pressure point for every single of your body organs. So what part of our tongue is not look good, you have to understand that part of your organ are struggling to survive. So if you for instance, the very tip of the tongue connected to the heart. So tip of the tongue is red, that means your heart is struggling, you might get heart attack or high blood pressure. So likewise, every single organ have a pressure point on the tongue, so tongue is key for whole body. It's a 6 to 10 billion bacteria colonized on our tongue. And it's like, and these bacteria can transfer to one person to other person. Look at this picture. What I mean that if you like kiss someone intimately, when you love one with your love and joy and emotion, you transferring 80 million bacteria in 10 seconds. Is so powerful. And when bacteria are transferring to one to other person, that means that you transferring the behavior and health balance between two people. Haven't you seen after a certain time husband and wife like become the same character or same kind of choice and same kind of behavior, and then same kind of life, dream, and the liking and disliking, because they keep kissing when they feel joy, of course, and this joyful kissing transferring bacteria, and this bacteria taking care of your two systems similar way, so two people become similar. So it's very important to taking care of your microbiomes. And suppose someone is pregnant and baby comes out with a by the large intestine and by the vagina. So in the vaginal delivery, baby expose all types of bacterial influence, because 90% bacteria colonized in this area. So when baby comes out through the vagina, instead of from the surgery, baby gets exposed all the bacteria that mom has. So baby gets sterilized, baby gets immune, baby gets healthy with all types of microbiota support. Otherwise, baby gets sick, baby gets less immune, baby gets always cold, allergy, digestion problem. So vaginal delivery is so powerful, so important. You can't even imagine. You can't even compare with a surgery one. So when this ecosystem, the colonization of the bacteria, these microbiomes are missing from your body, then human body cannot survive properly, because lack of microbiome, digestion doesn't work. Digestion doesn't work, intestinal area become infected, inflamed. Then people feel bloating, indigestion, gassy, and then discomfort, lack of energy, lethargy, fatigue. All kind of problem starts when microbiomes is not there. Microbiomes are not able to work properly. Why they're not able to properly? Why? Because they are died. They go away, they deplete. So this profile of microbiomes, these microbiomes dies off if you do not take care of them. And if you do not take care of them, you see a lot of symptoms. First of all the indigestion, all the bloating, all the pain, and then gastric and long-term ulcer, and end up with a cancer, and all the joint pain. If you have a joint pain, if you're a medical doctor, they will be looking at your joint, because that's how they can see. But the root cause for that joint pain is growing bad microbiomes, because whenever good microbiomes who are taking care of system are died, bad microbiomes grow. Bad bacteria are growing to hurt you. So when good bacteria are died, bad bacteria grows, and then indigestion, joint pain, gut infection, all intestinal infection, tiredness, fatigue, urinary tract infection, sinus problem, nasal, infection. I saw many people, it's like sinus problem is forever, and nail has brittle and white, and then you see the nail gets infected with a bad fungal and yeast and parasite. So also for the women, then the painful intercourse, itching, and then all kind of soreness in the vaginal area, because that bad bacteria, which we call yeast and parasite, are growing because you are missing of the good bacteria. And the sign you can see, you see tongue. Say tongue supposed to be reddish, light red. If you have a tongue, if you see in the picture, has a patch, white patch, that means bacterias are bad bacteria, which is called yeast and parasite, are growing, and so the patch are showing in there. And the sad part is, nowadays, I just saw a patient yesterday. The baby is only less than a year old. He got so much, parasite grown in his, so he got eczema on his leg. He got, parasite, eczema on the face, and a lot of people have a pimple. That pimple also coming from, good microbiomes are depleted, and parasite and yeast are growing. So, and you also can see a lot of people have a pause coming out. A lot of people, you see they're painful on their urination. So this all kind of sinus, indigestion, all kind of eczema and all pus coming out, everything coming because of the good bacteria are died, depleted, and parasite and yeast are growing in the tummy, intestine, and different part of your body. So if it is go for a long time, then toxicity build in your body. If for the long time you keep depleting your good bacteria, then body toxicity grows. So you have a picture in here, different types of toxicity, different types of syndrome, different types of crack in the tongue, different types of color in the tongue will tell you what kind of problem, what kind of health issue coming up. You can see on yourself, you can see on your patient without even looking at the blood report or other diagnostic process. And that all the problem coming up when you have lack of microbiomes, when you have deficient of microbiomes, and that this kind of problems develop and people have different kind of diseases. So why that happened then? Why all good microbiomes are depleted, they died, and you're missing of good microbiomes and you're getting sick? First of all, lifestyle. Look at that. We don't sleep nowadays. We don't clean ourselves. Our houses are so much dirty and mold, and and our food are messed up. We don't eat food anymore. We feed all the junk and trash. So true food has to be plant-based. True food has to be a lot of beans and lentil and full of acid. I mean, acid means all sour and bitter food. All food, our food supposed to be the true food, not the processed and modified food. And we have to sleep minimum 8 hours. So we forgot what should be eating and what should be doing, how long should be sleeping. We forgot our human lifestyle. We become like, we thought we are a machine, we can keep working. So if we go back to the human lifestyle, we have to get out the medication. If you need to get medicine for a short time for some problem, yes, of course, but you have to co-manage your body with it naturally so you can get out of a disease. And then sweetener. Nowadays every food have a sweetener. A lot of chemical we are adding for preservation, sweetening, also to make it for the long shelf life. These kind of preservatives and color and sweetener should be stopped. We should have a real food. Food should be clean of any harmful, any unknown, unwanted chemical. So you can be regenerate your body. You can feed your microbiomes, because when we eat, our microbiomes eat. So if we eat chemical, they eat chemical. They died of effect of those harmful chemicals that we have been consuming. And nowadays our soap and our cleaning product are so much strong antibacterial, like a soap, like a shampoo. Those, we take shampoo on your hair, we wash our hand, we clean our body with soap, right away we deplete billions of bacteria right away. So if you stop that harmful chemical based cleaning product, we have to go natural cleaning product, which is made of glycerin and castor soap and all kind of stuff. We have to go back to the true soap. We can make it own, so we can take care of our system. So we have to, we have indigestion. We don't take care of our indigestion. Just put some acid in we have a couple of videos. How can you take care of your indigestion? And antibiotic. So you have a health problem. Instead of going antibiotic, go natural antibiotic. Go garlic, honey, go the onion and ginger, go to the cinnamon. That's the natural antibiotic, instead of taking chemical antibiotic. Unless there is a severe infection and surgery, you have to have a chemical antibiotic. That's a different story. But we should not be overused of antibiotic the way we are doing, which is very, very dangerous. And as you saw, many research came out how antibiotic killing our microbiomes, depleting our system, and making all kinds of disease. And in US, 40% adult and 70% children taking antibiotic one or more every year, and 80% antibiotic also go into non-therapeutic purpose. So we are taking antibiotic as a pill. We also taking chicken and beef and egg and milk. Those are full of antibiotic because cows and chickens are fed antibiotic. They need to be antibiotic because otherwise they cannot, they cannot survive because they are put with so much steroid, so much, toxic food. So they need to be with antibiotic, and those antibiotics come into our body and make us, make us unhealthy, because those antibiotics come in your body right away, kill your whole bacterial profile. Then you're missing the antibiotics, you're missing the your microbiota. So your body then suffering with a deficiency of microbiomes, and then in digestion all the problems grows. So you should be careful. How can I get out of antibiotic completely? With a clean food, with a non-antibiotic soap. We have to, with a not taking antibiotic pill unless we have to, and we should first choose non-chemical antibiotic as I mentioned, like a garlic, ginger, onion, cinnamon, honey, like that. And as I said earlier, 80% of our antibiotic product going to the chicken and beef, and that coming to our body, killing our system, and then all problems starts. And there is many research. You see lack of microbiota, lack of bacterial profile, our asthma, allergy, they are growing. Many research came out how it shows that how missing our gut flora, our neurotransmitter doesn't work. That's why our brain doesn't get enough signal. Our brain doesn't work. Brain fog starts. Lack of signal, neurotransmitter signal in our stomach. We don't digest our food, and if problem with the brain, we get brain fog. We get Alzheimer. We get all kind of disease like a dementia, stuff like that. So, and if microbiomes are missing for the kids, they are getting allergic, they are getting allergic to all the food, they are getting asthma, they are getting too much ear infections, all the less immune problems. Now let's see how we can reverse this problem. Problem is, because of our lifestyle and so many antibiotic and antibiotic soap and wrong food, we are missing microbiota. So lack of microbiota, we are growing candida, which is kind of yeast. So candida is the most common one in the Western world. This candida is growing in our body, and that is why we're getting all kind of brain fog, indigestion, all kind of disease, as I said earlier. So how can you reverse that candida grow? Let's see. First of all, we have to grow your good bacteria, so candida will go away. They will die of battling with a good bacteria. How can you support your good bacteria? Good bacteria needs fiber. So eat a lot of fiber and lot of greens, lot of color, which is plant. So colorful plant, you can blend it, mostly you can make it juice for the long period of time, so your good bacteria will regrow and candida will go away. Number 2 is probiotic. You can eat bacteria as a probiotic, which is yogurt, which is kombucha, kefir, kimchi. You can also get a pill. So get a pill format also if you like to. You can buy as a gut flora from any online company or any health food store. And there is intermittent fasting. So intermittent fasting is when you fast for a long time, body become balanced, and body get balanced, then bacteria will regrow. Then number 4 is get rid of the sugar. Do not take sugar for a long period of time, like say 27 days. Within 27 days, if you're out of sugar, then all bacteria will grow because the candida will die. Candida cannot live more than 27 days without sugar. So stop sugar. Sugar means carbohydrate, potato, any kind of sugar or honey. If you stop them, candida will die, good bacteria will grow, you're going to be healthy. and eat a whole food. Do not eat processed food, no fry food, no processed food, because processed food doesn't digest, and undigested food is the food for the candida. They will not die if you eat wrong food, because wrong food will make a indigestion. Indigestion will feed them. Indigestion will feed those candida, so they will not die. You also can do a couple of few more things like aerobic exercise that will boost up your system, and some herbal and food remedy like a bone broth. Bone broth can support your wound and healing. Apple cider vinegar throughout the day, small portion, and then coconut oil, dandelion, golden seal root, bitter food, cloves, garlic, walnut, and essential oils, and turkey tail mushrooms. Those also helps to good bacteria to regrow. And you also can do a lot of green juice throughout the day. That would be a great thing. I have a list here. What are the 7 top herbal, green, or colorful plant that can feed your good bacteria? And you can add more and more as you like. Also, lifestyle, as I said, exercise, as I said earlier, that that if you can do that, that will help your microbiomes to grow. And again, you can eat at the pill format. That also support your microbiomes to grow. Then candida will grow away, you get out of the problems. And every microbiomes has their own effect, has their own support, has their own action, own function in your body. Look at the microbiomes in respect to food, like yogurt, cheese, and all kinds of food, sour cream, and then cafe. Every types of fermented food have a certain types of bacteria. That's what you need. So take this probiotic regular basis as a part of your meal. That will help you. Again, I have a top 5. How can you get rid of candida? How can you grow your good microbiomes? And also there's some additional, you can follow them too. And if you have any question, please feel free to comment below. I'll be happy to reply whenever I have I have a chance. And please share this message to everyone so more people can be benefited. We can get benefit from from each other. By helping each other, we can grow wonderful and successful and healthy world by spreading the message. And thank you very much. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next class. And I'll definitely post to you what is going to be your homework, your quiz, your discussion activity after my lecture. And thank you. Have a wonderful day.